Hello everybody. That was a terrible intro, but today I will be recounting the events of, let me get the text document here. Because I'll be recounting the events of what happened just 20 hours ago. About an hour and a half ago, I would say. So, this is a bit more of a historical video, but we'll start with our main character, which is me, well, let me get a better brush here. Me right here. So this is me, and we've just been sitting down for an hour in my chair. It's a wheelchair, not a wheelchair chair with wheels on it, like a gaming chair. And I just been sitting here, and I have nothing to eat for like 6 centuries. It's quite simple. So then, at some point, I realized I have to take a big caca, big deuce in the toilet. So that brings us to our next scene, which would be around the toilet. Toilet looks like this. Yeah, this is the toilet. I do toilet seat, but yeah, just imagine me shitting. And then here we go. Here's me on the toilet, right? And then here is the poo. Here is the poo factor, right? The poo meter. So the poo left inside meter, I would say. Now this is 100%. So this is you are completely stuffed. And this is 0. You know what 0 means, I would hope. So I'd say around this point we were at about, I'd say 25% capacity. This was near the ending, so there's already a bunch of shit in here, right? And the interesting that happened was that it was stuck. The meter must have been clogged or something. So, we decided we need to get up, right? So what happened was I just realized, if it's still in there, I can just use the toilet paper and just rip that shit out. It's a reasonable theory. So what we do is we were like doing this, our spiel right here. And we have the toilet paper right here. Nice toilet paper. That's pretty good. And it's basically toilet paper goes in your ass, obviously. So so here's a close-up image of my hand. This is my hand right here. And here's the toilet paper. Now when I pull it out, I view the toilet paper, and here's what I see: the expected response, obviously, and then I see this. This is not good. This is very not good. So it is around at this point, allows us to define what our moment is. We're standing like this, our default position, except now there's a little bit of caca right here. And it is about at this point that I'm starting to realize that this wrong color, this dry toilet paper, I'm running low on it, and it's literally not working at all because there's so much shit in here. So I realize, I'll start using wet wipes. Usually there's some on the counter right here. Unfortunately there was not, so they're not here. This motherfucker's missing. So I'll hit the Clorox wipes, which are in here. Now these things sting like a motherfucker when you wipe your ass with it, but it was an emergency. So this, and thing you gotta about Clorox wipes. So we have normal toilet paper, which I would say is about 3 layers thick. The Clorox is, I would say, about 0.25 layers thick. It's clearly a lot less. So it's basically see-through. So if you put your hand in one end, the shit is gonna stay on your hand. So that only worsened the shit factor, I'd say, by a magnitude of about 2 times. 25 times. That seems about right. And it was about this time I was panicking. So I'm trying to get the Clorox. I'm trying to define what I have. Ration out my toilet paper, and I feel something on my foot. So I look at my foot, caca on my foot. It was disgusting, right? Absolutely the most foul thing I've ever seen in my life. It was smushed and shit. So I start furiously wiping after, and I'm rinsing my hand at the same time. Absolutely disgusting. Coming out the faucet, yes. And so what happened later was, this goes on for a little while, right? And there comes this point where I'm doing my usual routine of wiping, rinsing, and then I throw the thing in the toilet. Don't put it in the toilet, you throw it in the toilet. So I hit a Kobe, and apparently he's in hell now because I throw the ball of shit toilet paper, shit Clorox, and the trajectory should the proposed trajectory should look something like, you know, this. This is what we want. That did not happen. So what we got was it landed on the bowl and then it bounced onto the wall and then the floor. Now because it is covered in shit, what happened was there was shit on the toilet seat, so I could actually not sit down. Like a little bit on the wall and a little bit on the floor. And obviously I've been tracking it on the floor after I got this incident right here. It's a true story, by the way. It's disgusting. And so after this, I started being like, it's around this point where I run out of Clorox wipes. I should mention that. So I have only the basically ineffective dry toilet paper left at this point. So I start thinking of the only logical thing. I take off my shirt, which has already been worn for the whole day, and I start scrubbing this shit away. Absolutely disgusting. And let's see. And it's at this point I decide to like do a turnaround maneuver. I do a turnaround. So normally when you're taking a shit and you're wiping and you turn around to look behind you. So this is your normal viewing plane. It's the cone of light, right? And here's your ass. My cone of light was looking right here. So normally you shouldn't see anything here. Now what I saw was a little something like this. So I was actually going in between the cheeks, and the funny thing was there was nothing in between the cheeks. It was all on the outside, which is honestly quite impressive. So it was up at this point where I just said, fuck it, I will just go in the damn shower, right? Now that's a reasonable conclusion. So the way the shower works is quite simple. You have the bathtub, you have the drain, and you have a drain filter to get a bunch of shit not going in there, and then you have the actual shower, which is the showers on you. So what I was doing, right, was the maneuver of, you know, boop boop. Quite simple. And, you know, it was at this point that I realized I actually forgot to take it. So the drain, normally it looks like, you know, this. Right about now, it looked like, I would say, something like this. I would say that's an accurate depiction. So I said, fuck it, I'll deal with that later. So I just finally got out of the shower after taking all the poo-poo out of me, and I decided that, you know, enough was enough, and I would just sit back on the toilet. Well, obviously I cleaned the shit off the toilet seat. Yeah, and then I just shot the rest of it out. And then there was a no wiper after that, which is quite intriguing, really. I cleaned the shit off the floor and the walls. I washed my hands for 10 minutes, and then I got a towel and put it over the floor and started scrubbing for like another 5 minutes. And that the bathroom is either spotless or brimming with new diseases. But the important thing is I did make it out of there, which is a testament to my ability to stand in the face of challenges, I would say. Now this is actually quite inaccurate depiction. Something more like this. Wait, no. This at the time. Yeah, this is me right there. I was not very pleased that I got shit everywhere. I'm just gonna let you know about that. So that's the story time for today. That is the major takeaway. Moral of the story. I don't think some stories don't need morals. I really don't think there is a lesson to be learned here. It was just a catastrophe. I was really the dookie deviant. This one. So there is no moral. There's just shit. And in the end, that's where we all lie. Everybody poops. The end.